questions for you. 1, have you discovered your purpose? 2, have you discovered your ability? And 3, are you planning your life's path?
Dr. Tanji has inspired audiences on radio stations throughout the U.S. and in the Caribbean on KISS FM with the Dr. Tanji Show. Now, sister station Hot 7 TV teams up with KISS FM to bring the Dr. Tanji Show to television.
I will share my wealth of experience, my affinity to life, and assist you in fulfilling your call. By tuning in to the Dr. Tanji Show on Hot 7 TV and KISS FM, you and I will begin to explore the answers to these questions and many more. And in these challenging times, it's just what the doctor ordered. I have 3 questions for you. 1, have you discovered your purpose? 2, have you discovered your ability? And 3, are you planning your life's path? Hey, welcome to another edition, another experience of the Dr. Tanji Show. And I'm your girl, Dr. Tanji. Oh boy, have I missed you. Have you missed me as much as I've missed you? Can't you tell, right? This show is founded on kingdom principles. And a kingdom principle, right? It's merely, a principle is God's original intent of His law. It's first things first. Kingdom, as it relates to Him, it's His invisible government where He rules and reigns, right? And because He's so good, He allows us to rule and reign in it now as we live. So we're merely taking Scripture out of the law book. Scripture's the law. We're not browbeating anyone with it. We're merely placing it in our lives so that we can have kingdom experiences every day as rulers, right? As rulers and sons and those that are in authority. Now, with all of that being said, I operate in the spirit of gratefulness, and you already know that. So I am very, very, very grateful for everyone, every executive, every person that painstakingly took time to make this show happen right here on Hot 7 TV on Fridays, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know who you are. But there's a certain guy for my family on KISS FM, right? There's a certain guy that he makes me sound so good, and you guys know him as Marlon, but I kind of have an affinity to him, and I know him as my gentle giant. Hey, gentle giant.
Well, let me say hi and good morning to everybody watching Hot 7 TV right now. I am Marlon. I am your KISS FM radio host. Yeah, you guys are starting to get used to the gentle giant thing as well. But it is a pleasure to be here on television with Dr. Tanji on this Friday. And hopefully we have a good time. You learn something, and you contribute to teach us something as well. And we have some wonderful goodies to give away, and I'm waiting to also present your contributions to the show as well. So let's make it a really interesting one today.
Yeah, we've been off the air so long, man. I'm just going to put it out there. Oh, boy, did I miss you. I really, really did. And then I took some time, and I had to go, like, back home to California and take care of some things there and to be introduced to my newest grandbaby, Marlon. He's not feeling too good today, but it's okay because you're going to be just fine, little Idris. So I've got 3 boys, man. 3 grand boys. How about that?
Congratulations.
Thank you very, very much. I turned a year older too on last Thursday. So because of that, I want to do something really special. I want to,
And we're doing that special something, by the way, because your birthday passed and you weren't here to share that with
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah.
But we're still celebrating, right?
Yeah,
April has already come and
month.
gone, but we're still celebrating.
All month. If
All
you
right.
see me on the street, it's okay to say happy birthday and
All
give
right.
me a Coke or something.
You'll get that.
I know. Shameless plug, right? All right. Before we get started, I do want to make mention that I've got a little book here. And I say little book because it's probably got about 65 pages, if that many. But the book is so packed full of not just life lessons, but I literally poured so much into it because I was 35,000 feet in the air. It was the last night of the year. I'm headed back from Atlanta. We've got offices in Atlanta, so I'm headed from Atlanta, trying to get to LA. And I literally, and if you are an in-tuned believer, right, operating in this kingdom thing, you know when you hear from God. So I hear his voice, and he says, complete the book. And you should have seen me writing. So this book is located on Amazon, and it's on my website, www.drtanjishow.com. It chronicles just a little bit of some of the experiences I've been in, but it's more to make certain that you get what you're supposed to get. And I say that, and the importance of your getting what you are supposed to get or live the life that you're supposed to live. This is not a fairy tale. I'm not just saying this or writing a book about it or having a show about it or showing up every day just to say, hey, you know, this is it and you can do it. I've had people in my life like that would have these amazing products, and we're gonna get to the principle, I promise you. But let me say this. I've had people who they were doing what I wanted to do. They were saying all the words that I wanted to say because it was that dream, man, that was lying dormant in my life. I needed to get it out, but I didn't know how. So when God would allow people like me to come around and that was doing something, I thought it was impossible. I said, well, they probably doing it because, you know, they got money and their marriage is right and the kids are singing Kumbaya and brushing their teeth at night and everyone's happy. But what I learned, and like I said, I'm going to get to this, but let's get to this. What I learned, it didn't matter. It didn't matter if you had chaos in your life. It didn't matter if your lights were out. It didn't matter if you didn't know how your next meal was going to come about, or if you didn't have groceries in your refrigerator, or honey, if you didn't even have a refrigerator. What I discovered, right, is that when you're true, not only to him, see, we talk about being true to God, right? And we make it seems an impossible task. Be true to God, be true to God. But how can I be true to him if I'm not true to me? Ouch. Like I said, when someone came around and they were doing what I wanted to do, I started thinking, if he the same God, right? It's me talking. If he the same God that I pray to every night and I make sure my children know his ways, if he's the same God that I jump up and shout and talk about hallelujah, if he's the same God that I go around telling folk, oh, he loves you and you can do anything, then why can't I do anything and believe what this man has shown someone else how to do? Why can't I believe he'll do it for me? That's what that book is about. I don't really just want to sell another book unless you just, you know, want to buy a book. But this book is a gift. And it's one that I really want you to think about at least reading through on Amazon. I've given this book as gifts to people, and the transformation, and I'm not tooting my own horn because you know I don't roll like that, but the transformation that I've seen other people have from that little bitty book. I was embarrassed because it was so thin until one of the professors came back and said it changed my life. I was so ashamed until someone said I was about to commit suicide, Dr. Tanji. And I read your book in chapter 3 where you talked about no more excuses. That's what that book's about. Now, why don't we get started for a few minutes? I want to talk about today. Do people grow when they're around you? No, seriously. Do people grow when they are around you? Now, what I've learned is when you're talking about a principle, and that principle growth is real important, because to grow, it means that you're no longer exhibiting where you were to where you are now. Either you moved, you got up physically and said, I'm done. You changed your mindset and said, okay, enough is enough. But you did something. There's a movement that occurs when you grow, right? We'd all agree with that. So my question as a child, because I was just so grown, you know. I grew up in Mississippi. I grew up real fast. Some folk would call me fast. She's just fast. Yeah, I wasn't fast with little boys. I was fast because I wanted to know knowledge. I wanted an understanding of why everything and everybody existed. And I still do. So I'm a student of life. I don't know everything, and an MD degree does not qualify you to know everything, all right? It just says that, you know what, you put in the work, you passed a set of laws, rules, you disciplined yourself, and now your reward is you get to XYZ, right? Same thing with this word. It's the same thing with these principles. See, I was talking to my son the other day, and he says, Ma, did you realize you do 5 shows? Well, 6 if you're looking at on your Friday show, your television. You're still doing radio, but you're adding another component, TV. So you're doing 5 shows a week. And none of your topics, none of those principles are the same. Do you realize that you're growing? When someone can see that you're no longer who you used to be, see, it's one thing to get people in the streets to lord over you and, oh my God, but it's a different thing when people in your home see you growing. So my question to you when we started was, do people grow around you? Now, here are a couple of things that I really want you to hone in on as we get ready to give away my special birthday present to you. You have to have understanding. You gotta be able to have comprehension. And I say that because when you understand what's at stake, your ability to change the trajectory of your life, you got to understand what you're doing. You got to understand what it is that you're about to ascribe to. So when people are around you, right, and you have an understanding, a real good understanding of how things work, they'll grow and glean from you because you understand what you're doing. So be careful when folk are there to glean. Make sure you got the right attitude. Make sure that you don't have a haughty heart. Make sure that you're not backbiting and gossiping. Make sure that while they're out of the room, you talk one way about them, and then they come in the room and you hee-hee and ha-ha. And come on, that's not growth. And folk can't grow around you if you're like that. That's what I'm talking about. Do people grow around you? And that's real important to me, because I do not want to waste anybody's time. Definitely don't want to waste your money, because I'm not going to waste mine. So my objective every morning that I get up, after I am in right standing with my daddy, is to make certain that before I leave home, I've got growth syrup. I've got the ability for you to say something that I've done, something that I've said, or something that I'm doing, that you can say, you know what, I can grow with her. And I'm really serious about that. The second thing, am I doing what I say I'm going to do? That's another factor in if people are growing around you. If you got a habit of always saying you're going to do something and don't do it, or at least start it and don't finish it, then you're going to give that same kind of soliloquy to everybody else that's around you. They'll think it's okay because they're looking at you as a person of integrity, as a person who knows what he or she wants to do. They looking at you like, man, he or she got it together. So if they do it, then it must be all right. It must be a place in their life where it's okay to, ooh, I don't want to say lie. So I'll just say misrepresent the truth. I say that because I've done it. Man, it was countless of times that I would put my hand to the plow, and that was one of the principles. Didn't count to see if I could finish what I started. Didn't even sit to see if my intent was admirable. See, you may finish what you started, or you may even start something, but what's the intent behind it? That's what people need to grow in that area. Just make sure that when you sit down to plan your success, just make sure that those are tangible goals, tangible things. You're not just pulling it out of the sky, you know, and especially if you are a servant leader and people depend on you to show up for you as well. All right? And lastly, how to tell if those around you are growing. If they are truly bearing some kind of fruit, right? So when you stand for righteousness, you're going to have righteous fruit, and they'll benefit from it. When you stand for seriously developing a relationship, and we talk about this a lot, and I'm not telling you this, do this, do this, do that. This show is about his principles, not mine. So I can't leave him out of the equation and subjugate myself. When you establish a relationship with God, for me, it's through Christ. And take on, I'm so serious, take on the challenges of being in a relationship with him. And I say challenges because your mindset will change. That is a way for others to know that this is someone that I really can grow with. This is someone that I want to be a part of, whatever they're doing. And you'll find I've discovered, seriously, in him, that if you build it, people will come. So I pray that I've said something to lighten the load, to give you something to think about as you're getting ready to celebrate your mother or your grandmother for Mother's Day on Sunday. And I almost forgot. I did. See, here's what I do, right? And this is just me. Holidays that are marked on calendars, that's really nice. And I give God praise for those. But if I wait for that holiday, before I tell somebody that I love them or show them that I really do care, I'm going to miss so many opportunities to grow and cause other people to grow. Get it? So, why don't we go ahead and give away something that I really enjoy giving away and being a blessing to as many folk as I can. You want to do that, Marlon?
All right. Well, I don't have a problem with it. But I just wanted to add just two short things before we get into it.
Absolutely.
You know, you spoke about growing, and I wanted to say sometimes, you know, it's really important that people around you realize how you grow, because sometimes what happens is that they look up to you, and it depends on how you grow, they grow. So if you're heading in the wrong direction, you might see people around you doing the very same thing. But if you're doing something positive and they're feeling it, they will realize and they'll let you know.
You're absolutely right.
So I just thought, so the book, you said it's a really small book.
Yeah.
But listen, there's this thing about, you know, a small axe fall big trees, right? So it might be a small book with just maybe, you know, over what, 100 something pages.
Yeah,
but
not even 100.
You'd be surprised at the effect it might have on people, right? So,
you know, I'm going to say this as we're getting ready. I kid you not, though. I still read this book.
Yeah.
And when I look over like some of the chapters and I'm thinking, oh my God, for real? So it blows my mind.
Now we're about to blow a few people's mind right now with our Booyah Bowl.
Yeah, man.
Let's see who's gonna walk away with some money today.
Money.
So go ahead and do the honors.
All right. You know, I'm gonna say the first one because I don't want to butcher the name. I think I can say that. Nova Johnson. Congratulations, you are the winner of a bullion package. Congratulations.
All right, congratulations to Nova. Let's go again.
Yeah. Oh, I can say that one too.
Yeah.
Mia Harrow, right?
Mia or Maya.
Oh, Maya.
One or the other. Mia or Maya. Harold. Yeah, congratulations to you.
I hope you're listening or watching, man, because I really am trying to do good with these names. All right, I'm turning my head. And, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
Chad Davis, you just won.
All right, so congratulations there to Chad Davis.
Chad Davis.
Well, let's go.
I'm so happy. We're almost out of time, but I got to get this done. Oh, watch this. I got something to say to this person right here. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. You made a contribution. You said what you kind of wanted to see, so I took that as a petition or a supplication, right? And you said, "Oh, I just hope I win."
Guess I think I remember. Yes, I remember that. Yes. So
Noah,
the prayers
of the righteous availeth much.
The prayers have been answered. Congratulations,
Noah St. Rose.
Noah
Oh
St.
my
Rose.
gosh! Congratulations, man.
Yes. So these are our 4 winners.
Oh, yes, it is.
This morning.
But before we go,
Uh-huh.
we've got 3 other people that I'd like to be a blessing to.
Okay.
And do you have their names?
I had some names in front of me, and I was wondering what that was all about.
Oh, okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Can
I'm hoping that you're not looking at my piece of paper anyway.
Okay. All right. So, will you read, please?
So, all right. So, Luciana, John.
Luciano, John.
Yes. Congratulations to you.
Okay.
We've got Sherwin Wilson as well.
Sherwin Wilson.
Yes. And also Wenceslas Henry.
Wenceslas Henry.
She was the one who sang to you yesterday.
Made my makeup, brand my makeup. Hey, lovely makeup.
Welcome back.
Wow.
Back. So congratulations to you all.
Congratulations. It's just, again, my way of just telling you, man, you have no earthly idea And when I say this, you got to hear me from my sanctified soul. It is an honor. I count it as an honor, a privilege, seriously, to be able to come before you every day. Seriously, thank you. Thank you for allowing me into your homes. Thank you for allowing me into your ear gate.
I did have a couple of messages.
6 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay, very good.
So let's see if I can just get some
very
of the
good,
messages
because
in
I'm
there.
about to take us home to church.
All right, so it says, good morning, Dr. Tanji and Marlon. I just, well, she said she messaged to find out whether the show was going to air, but wanted to hear the principles today to get through the weekend. I'm happy, belated birthday, and the most sweetest, most caring and genuine woman I have ever encountered. More blessings, more life to accomplish your God-given purpose. And happy Mother's Day as well.
Thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Tanji and Marlon. Fantastic Friday to you. And yes, happy belated birthday to you, Dr. Tanji. Wishing you more life and more blessings. Praying that God gives you wisdom and good health for the work He has called you to. To the listeners this morning, growth is a process. From a baby to an adult, you just can't stay at the same level all the time. Change has to happen, and if you're not growing, something is wrong. I will keep saying that to grow comes with a connection with your Maker. The word says, abide in me as I abide in you, then you can be fruitful. When this happens, then others will see the change, the growth that we can influence them to grow as well. The seed you plant is the fruit that will grow. Hence, we need to grow good seeds and like kindness, love, gentleness, self-control, the fruits of the Spirit. Others can grow around us if we ourselves are not growing. Can give what you don't have. Have a great weekend, guys, and happy and blessed Mother's Day to you, Dr. Tanji.
Thank you.
And to all of our listeners who are mothers in whatever way.
Thank you, Maggie. Huh?
Yes.
But of course.
And someone else says, hey, welcome back, Dr. Tanji. We really missed your show.
Thank you so much.
And Peter Jones says, on behalf of all of us at Hot FM Communications, I would like to wish you, Dr. Tanji, a belated happy birthday and also happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, sir. I love him. He knows that too. Wow, thank you so very much. You know, I'm so glad that. Wow, I'm so glad we made it to this day. How about that? I truly am. I want to say before I go off, we go off the air. There was a young man on yesterday that I won't tell everything that you said, sir, but I did get your message, Mr. Dentavious Smith from Atlanta, Georgia. I got your message, and I want to let you know, sir, and you support me, I support you. We're going to be flying you round trip, all right, first class accommodations to St. Lucia, because you said you wanted to work alongside of me and some of what I'm doing, right? So it's around July, August. I'll let you know when I get off air, all right? But it is July, August. Congratulations, sir. Thank you for being the gentleman that he changes lives, and that's what you do. Thank you. So I guess that's my show, man. Yeah, that's our show. Thank you. Thank you so very much for every DM, every text message, every shout out, every time I ask you to support and show up, you did that. I love you. I really do. I love you. Would you do yourself a favor and smile? Seriously, just smile real big. It makes you feel real good. Live from this place called your soul, man. I love you to the moon and the stars, and there's nothing you can do about it. We'll be together again Monday, Kiss FM 105.5, right?
And 105.5, that's right.
11 o'clock. Until next time,
bye.
The Lord say the same, and the creek don't rise.
Right.
Bye. Thank you, sir. I have questions for you. 1, have you discovered your purpose? 2, have you discovered your